What's happening, Pod Squad? Welcome into another episode of Mini Stripes, 10 minutes of striping content for you to enjoy. I hope you're doing amazing. Thank you for listening and watching on YouTube or Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever. So, important. If you're a line striping company, when do you add other services to your service offering? This can be very helpful. And you'll see a lot of line striping companies who start out similar to how I did. I started out just striping parking lots, part-time, evenings and weekends, and then I quit my job and did it full-time. And that's all the company did basically for about a solid year and a half, was just line striping. So adding other services can be a really great way to diversify your revenue. It can even get you access to new clients who are looking for other types of services. So this would be things like asphalt repair, seal coating, crack sealing, things like that. So I think there's three important things though that you should consider before you just run out and jump into another service offering that you should evaluate as a business owner. Like, when should I do this? When would it make the most sense for me to expand into those? So first and foremost, I think the most important thing is evaluate your current capabilities and your current resources. Like, what can you reasonably do now as a business owner with your striping? So if you already have a completely full schedule for striping parking lots, and maybe it's just you, or maybe it's you and a team of people, you got some people in the field with you. If your schedule is full for the season, you got to really ask yourself, like, what advantage am I going to get by going out and buying a seal coating tank and a spray system to go seal parking lots? Because if you do that and you don't change the level of production that you can do, you're going to have a very expensive piece of equipment which can do work, which is great, but you're not going to exactly have the time to do it. The only way that you could do the other service, like seal coating, is if you start canceling or not doing line painting jobs. So really analyze your current output. What do we have available? What does the schedule look like? If your schedule's full, it might not make the most sense to add another service unless you have the ability to somehow increase your production to do the other service. Second important thing, and this is something that I've noticed a lot of companies, the reason why they go into other services like seal coating is they get a client who they've done some line striping work for, just happen to ask them, like, hey, do you guys also do this? Do you also do seal coating? Do you also do snow removal? It could be anything. And if the answer is no, the inherent pressure that you feel inside as a business owner is, well, I don't do that, but I could do that. And like, I'm not immune to that either. Like, when a client asks for a solution, I want to try and be able to help them. Even if I don't have the seal coating tank now, I want to be able to help them in some capacity. And so a lot of business owners start thinking, like, maybe I should just go get that equipment and then I can help them out. The danger with that is you can really start chasing revenue and not profit. So I think seal coating in particular is a good example. An average line striping job that's like $1,000 in a parking lot, you're probably going to be able to charge more than $1,000 to seal that parking lot. And so what a lot of business owners think is, well, if I could get $3,000 to do the seal coating, it's kind of a no-brainer. I can make more money doing seal coating as opposed to just the striping. The downside to that is you might make more revenue, but you might not actually make more money in profit from those jobs. So it's really important that you analyze, like, if we do start pursuing this other work, are we actually going to take home profit from it? So if you combine the profit aspect with the time involved aspect, you might be able to really quickly qualify out doing a lot of these services. Even though they're really tempting and you know that you could charge a lot of money for it, it might not make the most sense. So here's a suggestion. If you are talking with clients who do want some other work, obviously you could use subcontractors to do those things, and that's something I've talked about before. I'm not opposed at all. I think if you have a good system, hiring subcontractors could be a great way to keep your existing clients happy without you having to go buy tens of thousands of dollars of equipment. But one thing that I did that worked really well is we started really branching out into other services that didn't actually cost a lot of extra money up front. So a couple examples of this. Number one, we became a reseller for a signage product that's actually a flexible product. So they make flexible signs, even flexible bollards, and they're very easy to install. So for us to bring that in-house basically cost $0. I think we had to go buy a drill just to install the stuff. But every time we sold one for a customer that was worth $2,000 or $5,000, we just had to go buy the product ourselves right then and there and then go install it. So we didn't have to go spend a ton of money on equipment that wasn't going to be used that much. Saves you a lot of money. Another great service that I'm a big fan of is, and it's becoming more and more popular too, is look into preformed thermoplastic. So it's another type of service offering that it's a different product. It's going to give you access to different kinds of clients, or you could upsell a different client with this product, but it doesn't require a huge investment of equipment to get into it. Really, you just need a specialized torch to install preformed thermoplastic. And yeah, we've had great success with that. We've been able to use that product in industrial settings like warehouses. So for interior safety applications, it works great. We recently did a really large playground where we put in decorative markings, actually at multiple schools for playground markings. And again, if you sell that project, you only need to buy the product when the job is sold, saves you money. So to sum it all up, the allure of other services can be really tempting, especially if they're higher revenue producing numbers. But really, I really encourage you guys, think about what can I possibly do now in addition to the equipment that I'd have to buy. Will I also have to invest in more manpower to get it done? The logistics of getting it done, getting different products and materials now, where you're going to store and inventory all of this stuff. But also, probably most important, analyze it from profit, not just revenue. If you're a really good line striper and you make really good money, the answer might not be go sell seal coating jobs and make less money. The answer might be go sell more line striping jobs because you're already dang good at it and you can go really, really fast. So hopefully that gives you guys something to think about. We have added other services into our company with great success, but we've taken a pretty slow approach to do that. So if you want any other insight or you want to bounce ideas off somebody, hit me up, Instagram, send me an email, visit the website. Yeah, I'd love to chat with you, give you my 2 cents about it and when you can add other services to your striping. So hopefully that helps you out there. Keep your stripes hot. We'll talk to you next week.